Hello, I'm Jeff Paur, senior writer with RealTime Fantasy Sports. Welcome to the Champs Draft live stream event here on our YouTube channel. We are so excited to bring you this draft. It's one of the best on our site, in my opinion. We invite the top owners on our site to participate in the draft every year. These are the top-rated owners. We have several people that have even won some of our huge contests in this. And I apologize if there's any lag or anything with our stream here tonight. We are in St. Louis. Henry, Logan, and I'm going to bring them up now as well. We're in the midst of a terrible storm, so it kind of worries me a little bit with the weather, but hopefully it's not too big of an issue. Logan, Henry, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, Jeff. I'm excited for this draft.
Yeah, it should be exciting. We're going to start here in a couple minutes here. I want to set the scene for everybody, though. Henry, last year you won the league, so we'll get that out of the way right now. You can gloat a little bit because the year before was a rough one for you, but last year, last year you had a great team. Who are some of your star players that helped get you over the top there?
What helped was Chase. I think Chase Brown, who broke out in the second half of the year. Jefferson was solid all year round. Mahomes and Kelsey had a couple big playoff games, which really helped me. And yeah, J-Mo had a couple big blow-up games here and there. And then Kamara was huge down the stretch of the running back that I missed for the first couple of weeks.
So I say it every year, and I really mean it. This league is so competitive. Last year, we had 6 of the 12 teams were 7-8 or 8-7. It's super competitive. It's always a dogfight to the end. To make the playoffs, you got to do a great job. So it's just a lot of fun. Logan, I know you've been in it the last few years as well. It's a tough draft every year, in my opinion. What do you think?
Competitive draft. You have all the top players on RTSports, and I'll just say everyone knows exactly where players should go. This isn't one of your home leagues that you can kind of get deals on players. There won't be any steals on players in this draft.
I agree.
Going forward.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be tough. There's no steals for sure. And I want to tell everybody, we're going to do a giveaway tonight as well. So if you're in the chat here, if you're watching this show and you are in the chat, all you have to do is type something in there. If you type something in the chat, you can say anything you want. You can say hi, you can say football, you can say fantasy, whatever. You type in the chat, you got a chance to win a best ball championship entry. And also for all of our participants in this league as well, we appreciate them being loyal users of our site. We're going to give them all an entry into the draft best ball championship as well. So we really appreciate that, everybody participating. But also, if you're in the chat, go ahead and just type something in there, and then you can get an entry into a best ball championship, hopefully. So we're going to do a giveaway. We'll do that in a little bit, and I will let everybody know who won. But we're going to get started here now. We're supposed to start at the top of the hour here at 8 p.m. Eastern time, but it's a couple minutes after as we get into the stream. Let's talk about the draft order here real quick, though. So, Henry, you got the first pick in the draft, and then it's Jeremy Brock, Fozzie Dog, Paul Farrell, Judd West, Jeff Power. That's me. I'm picking 5. Peter Valiotis. He actually won the TFC. Was it last year, Logan? Refresh my memory. Or was it the year before?
I believe it.
Last year, yeah. Great owner. Ralph Shiavon, he's picking after him. Then Brad Petri, he's also a past champion of one of our big contests. Chi-Chen Yang, Mark Mullen, then you, Logan, and then Todd Yoast. So we're all in here. We're all ready to go. We're going to let Henry go ahead and pick first. Henry, you were wearing what I'm guessing is who your pick's going to be. You want to go ahead and make that for everybody there?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's just take Jamar Chase. Let's get started.
All right. Henry took Jamar Chase. Now we have Fozzie Dog on the clock here. Everybody's in the draft room. And then let's see what he does. He can go a couple different ways here, guys. At this spot, there's some running backs, if you want to go receiver as well. He goes Bajan. I guess that's how everybody says it's supposed to be pronounced, guys. Bajan. Are we going to be able to handle that? That's what he says. He said pronouncing his name wrong. You know that?
Yeah, I heard about that. That was interesting.
Yeah. So he goes ahead and takes Bajan. Then we got Max Money Champs is up. I'm up in 3 picks. I don't mind that spot, quite frankly, guys, because I'm going to get
Who
one
are
of
you
the.
eyeing at number 5?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to quite say it with everybody watching, but
Kyle Pitts.
what, Henry?
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts. He's gonna break out this year. He's got his he's gonna play receiver a lot more. So let's see what Paul Farrell does here. It says I'm missing in the draft, by the way, guys. I'm the only guy that's not here. So he goes Jahmyr Gibbs.
It's probably because you're in as
There you go. So we got 3 monitors in here with the draft. We can't screw this up tonight, I don't think, guys.
I don't think so. It'd be hard to do.
Yeah, again, if you want to try to win
Jack.
an entry into the Best Ball Championship, go ahead and post something in the chat. I'm up now. You guys are asking who I'm eyeing. I'll be quite frankly, I think it's between 2 receivers, and I'm going to take this one. I just wrote about him, and I like him a lot this year. At CeeDee Lamb. So I'm going to take CeeDee, my number 1 pick, with the 5th pick overall. I don't think you can go wrong there. What would you guys have done there? Would you have gone CeeDee, or is that?
Yeah, I think that's a safe play. I'm kind of scared of Jefferson just because of his hamstring. I feel like hamstrings kind of lagger into the season. It's a difficult injury to kind of bounce back from. They are holding him out until opening day, give him some rest. So it's good that happened now for Jefferson. But
I'm also yeah. Go ahead, Henry. Who would you have taken?
I said I probably would have leaned Jefferson. He's gonna prove, I feel like, the last couple of years that with all this, the quarterback injury or whatever, he's always gone out and been elite. So I'm not gonna say anything quite yet. If the hamstring bothers him,
it's fair. Yeah. So after CeeDee Lamb, you got Jefferson, Ashton Genty, Christian McCaffrey, and Malik Neighbors. So Ralph, he goes Genty. I thought he's usually a big receiver guy. Am I not mistaken? Doesn't he usually go receiver heavy early in drafts?
I don't know.
I was kind of hoping Genty or McCaffrey fell to me at 111. That's really that I was kind of hoping. It's kind of a group of wide receivers kind of coming up with me. A chain went right there. So you got Nakua, St. Brown, Nico, kind of as the heavy options right here with this selection.
It's tough. You're on the clock, Logan.
I will probably go. Yeah, I'm going to go Nakua. Stafford's injury scares me a bit, but I think there's just so much talent with Nakua. If Stafford is healthy, that is a pretty dangerous offense.
I agree. They got Devontae Adams there this year now. Kyron Williams has played really well, so it could be a good good offense for
coming
sure.
Back around, I will be getting another wide receiver. I'm going to be going with Brian Thomas here.
All right.
With that.
Puka and then Brian Thomas.
To start.
Did you give any thought to Derrick Henry there?
This is a wide receiver, 1 flex league for everyone watching. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs at flex. With that.
And I wanted to mention too, we're going to be bringing on drafters throughout the evening. So guys are going to join the stream and talk to us. So that should be a lot of fun as well to get their views on things. So I'm always anxious to talk to people in the draft and on our side as well who are good players to just get their thoughts on the league. So you got Devin Achane. That's who Mark Mullen picked with his first pick. He's up now. So everybody want receiver or running back in the first round. Not a surprise. I guess Brock Bowers every once in a while makes it into the first round, but he doesn't here. You got Josh Jacobs goes to Mark Mullen there. Oh man, I got to think about who I'm going to pick at this point. It's you don't know who's going to be left when you come up in these middle rounds. I think there's a couple different options I'm eyeing, especially after taking receiver first. I might lean running back with my next pick. Henry, who do you think is going to fall to you? You've any hopes?
I can't say what I'm hoping for.
No, I know that's true.
I can't jinx it.
They're all watching. I guarantee you nearly everybody's watching. Again, if you're on the stream, there's 16 of you in here. You got to post something in the chat to be qualified for the best ball entry. So go ahead and do that. Don't miss out on that. I don't want you to miss out on a chance to win a best ball championship entry. All right, Jonathan Taylor goes. That was actually, I was thinking Jonathan Taylor with that pick. Man, I'm not going receiver. 2 running backs between here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take another guy I've been talking about recently. I'm going to take Chase Brown. I like the fact he doesn't have a lot. Henry's shaking his head at me already. You don't like that pick?
No, I wanted to make a Bengals team.
Oh, you're gonna go all Bengals?
We're gonna see how that worked out for me. Last year was all Chiefs, so we gotta go for the new team this year.
Yeah, how did you win with all Chiefs? Because Mahomes didn't exactly have a great year.
Playoffs, that Christmas game, Kelsey and Mahomes combined for like 48.
Oh, that'll do it.
So that kind of.
So my choice was between Bucky Irving and Chase Brown. That was my pick there. Where would you guys?
I'm a big Bucky Irving.
Are you?
Year. I think I'm Bucky. But I guess the negative about Bucky is that offense has so many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the first guy one here. I know for sure.
You say you're gonna take a gamble?
No, I took the guy I wanted for sure here. I just said.
Alvin Kamara.
Wow.
You're all in on Alvin Kamara, aren't you, Henry?
That's my guy.
He's not going to be there when you pick again. I get it.
We're just going to load up right here. We're just going to get both the running backs I liked.
Got Kyron?
Yeah.
All right. Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara. I think most people would have thought Williams would have went before Kamara. But either way, they're both.
It doesn't really matter. He's special.
It's not a bad start. You happy with that? Is that how it kind of played out in your mind, or what were you thinking?
Oh, I wanted either Chase Brown or Bucky, and then pair that with Kamara. I wanted Kamara for sure. I knew that entering the draft. I'm not the biggest fan of Kyron, but I'm not the biggest fan of any of the other options out there. I think Kyron has the highest upside out of those options with how good of an offense he's still in.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Jonathan Taylor there, quite frankly, and Pete took him from me. So I would have been really happy with CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor. That would have been my ideal start. Didn't happen, though. Now I'm going to be up again to pick in a second here. Running backs are going quick. I think that's kind of a trend that we're seeing this year. I know you guys have watched drafts and been in drafts, but it seems like those elite guys are really, if you want one, you can't wait this year.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, those top running backs are going early. I'm hoping a running back fall, and as I started out with 2 wide eye on someone, and we'll see if he makes it.
We got our second tight end off the board, Trey McBride. I'm up now. Man, there's this. I don't think I want to go receiver here. I'm going to go ahead and take my second running back. Don't love the guy, but I'm going to take Breece Hall. I do worry they're going to split carries a little bit more in New York this year, but I still think his ceiling's pretty high because he catches the ball so well. So give me Breece Hall there.
I feel like they're going to try to do – Aaron Glenn's going to try to bring that offense they kind of used in Detroit a little bit. I think they're going to try to use Braylon Allen as the Montgomery type running back now.
I could see that.
They kind of talked about that a little bit. Braylon Allen also looked pretty good in camp so far. But we'll see what happens.
So, guys, not a ton of surprises so far. I guess Lamar Jackson in the second round might be the maybe the first surprise. Usually he's more in that third round area, third-ish. But, I mean, the tight ends went in the right spot. Brock Bowers usually goes in the second, McBride in the third. You guys like either of those guys on your roster and in your drafts?
You said Bowers, you just said?
Yeah, Bowers or McBride. You like
if Bowers was one more pick, I was drafting him. So okay. I would have been fine. I think that was a great spot where Fozzie got him right there.
If you can get Bowers at the end of the second, that's really good.
That's a great spot to get him in. McBride, I think, also goes in a decent spot too. I think Marvin Harrison will be more involved though this year, so I don't know what's going to happen in Arizona. He may not get as many targets as he did last year.
Yeah, his value was just hurt because of that freak touchdown, numbers that he had. So I think that drives him down. I think he's closer to Bowers uh, than he goes in drafts, quite frankly. But if I'm going to take any of them, I think I'd rather take McBride in the third than Bowers in the second because I just don't like the offense as much in Las Vegas. But maybe you'll prove me wrong. We have our second QB off the board. So Yang has 2 receivers, and then he took a QB, so he does not have a running back yet. Everybody else, though, besides you, Logan, has a running back. Let's see what you do here. I'm guessing you're going to maybe go running back. We only start 2 receivers in this league. You could go a third receiver, I guess.
Okay,
but
are you ready? Are you ready for this running back pick?
I'm ready. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Here's my running back.
Chuba. I know.
Still hasn't shown up for me. Did Logan get timed out?
And just 40 seconds.
I am going with.
Oh, okay. I thought you made your pick already. The suspense is killing me, Logan. We got Marvin Harrison go.
It's lagging on me. It's the weather here.
If you need me to take him, I can do it. I have those capabilities. Oh, there you go. Oh, Marion Hampton. Wow. Look at you. Give us your thought process there. If you unfreeze. Again, I told everybody here at the top, we're having some terrible weather here in St. Louis.
Oh, you gotta be.
Oh, there goes your Joe Burrow stack, Henry. Wow. 2 running backs right away. Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels.
Nope, Logan's gone.
Logan's gone. I hope that's who he wanted.
It went pretty quick, so I'm assuming it was in his queue or something.
Okay. I can look. Make sure he didn't get hosed here.
What's Who did Logan? I get? Yeah.
There he is. Did you want him, Logan? Logan? Logan's still freezing up here.
I think we lost Logan. That looks fine.
I mean, that's about the spot he goes, so I don't think it's out of the ordinary there. Again, like I mentioned, we're having some terrible weather here in St. Louis. I can hear it thundering. So we got Chuba.
Raining. It's just raining.
Yeah. My pick's coming up here in a second, Henry. I'm not really paying attention like I should probably. I'm looking at all these other picks, seeing what everybody's doing, seeing if Logan's frozen.
Yeah, I just got a notification Ohtani just got hurt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got pulled from a start after throwing 6 balls.
Gotcha. I'm going to have to start bringing up some people here in a minute and talk to them. Kenneth Walker just goes. That's one of my favorite targets this year. I like Walker a lot. I think he's going to have a big season. I'm up now, Henry. I think I got to go second receiver at this point.
I'm looking at who I want. I think I know what I want. The question is, will he be there?
I feel like there's not like a clear. There's several people similar at this point with these.
That's what I'm looking at.
I mean, there's some guys I like more, just a little more, but quite frankly, I feel like they're all kind of grouped together. But I don't like the running backs out there right now. I don't think there's one that jumps out at me as a safe pick. So, man, I'm going to go ahead and take DJ Moore here with my pick at a second receiver. Give me the Ben Johnson offense. I think we'll have a good season. Maybe he'll be Amon-Ra St. Brown in that offense. I'm still worried about Caleb Williams. What about you, Henry?
I'm not as worried. I've seen some stuff. They keep posting. He keeps getting better and better at practice. Yeah. He's learning the playbook more and more. No, I did see some clips of today. Finally, it was Luther Burden.
Yeah,
he had a good camp today. So
Logan, are you back? Was that pick okay for you, the Jaden Daniels
I'm
one?
back. I'm back. Yeah, I'm good with Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, I had him up in my queue.
Okay.
It's just pouring here.
Yeah. See, Logan knows what he's doing. That's what you do here at RT Sports, guys. You got to put the guys in your queue in case something like this happens. We have Rashee Rice go in the 4th round with the I guess 9th pick. I mean, we don't know what his suspension is yet. So if it's 2 games, that's not
bad. I mean, I would gladly take Rice with the 2-game suspension in the 4th.
Yeah. I think his ceiling's super high in that offense this year. I think they're going to throw the ball a lot. Henry gets one of my guys, Ted McMillan.
Yeah, I haven't wanted him.
See what he does next here. We have 5 straight receivers, Moore, Rice, Evans.
Debating if I want to get there's a running. I like this running back. I don't like how it goes after. So I'm tempted to just take him now, or do I wait? And
yeah, it's tough when you're picking on the turn like that.
I'm just going to take him. I think he's going to be decent, and we're just gonna roll with that.
Swift. All right.
I'd rather get my running back room solid.
Could be a little bit of a boomer bust pick, Swift this year. I'm excited about him. I don't know. It's hard to trust him based on his history, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So we got Fozzie Dog up now. His roster so far, he has Bijan, Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton. So that was my debate. I was deciding between DJ Moore, McLaurin, and Sutton. Those were my 3 at my spot. Like I said, I feel like that whole group there that just went. I mean, Evans, he's so consistent. It's hard to bet against him ever. He's unbelievable. So if you want to play it safe, I think he's a good safe pick as well. So after I make my pick here, guys, we may bring one of our drafters up here and talk to them and get their thoughts on how things are going. Xavier Worthy goes now, then James Conner. Again, James Conner, not a sexy pick, but, really a consistent player at this stage of the game. So I'm up now. Ooh, let's see what to do here. Running backs look putrid already, doesn't it?
That's why I went and took Swift, just to make sure I have 3 that I'm fine with.
I don't want anybody.
I was between Swift and Connor. And Connor went right there.
I have not drafted in a couple of days. How far is Joe Mixon falling down now that he's hurt? I'm not touching him.
Like 70 on here, I think.
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah. He's definitely starting to fall down draft boards. Man, I'm going to pick now. I guess.
Yeah, use it on the clock.
I know. I just don't think he's going to be there when I pick again, so I'm going to take him. He's
I guarantee you I know who it is. Calvin Ridley. Yep.
Was that who you were guessing?
Yeah.
I
thought about it. I know he's not going to be on the way back.
He's been going later in some drafts, but I'm just not sure he's going to be there at this point. So that's where I am. I'm going to let let's see when Mark picks again. He's up in 4 picks, Mark Mullen. He is in this room with us. So I will bring him up as soon as he's done picking, and we can talk to him about the start to his draft. Mark, he actually does a podcast. He streams a lot of drafts as well. So you want to check those out. We can talk to him about that, but he streams a lot of our Fantasy Life Championship drafts. You want to get in one of those. Logan, it's crazy this year. The signups have been unbelievable. Like, I'm encouraging people at this point, just sign up and get an entry to make sure it doesn't sell out, because you don't have to draft as soon as you sign up, right?
Yeah, across all of our leagues, we are on record pace for signups for the championship leagues, All-Americans, Dynasty, across all of our leagues. This is definitely the best year that a lot of hype around fantasy football this year, and I'm ready for it to start.
I am too. I hear you. We got games tomorrow. Yep. Should be
I believe the championship contest, let's see, it's 43% sold out right now.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Like, again, it's a chance to win $500,000. We've partnershiped with Fantasy Life this year. They're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of streams as well. So it's big deal, and we're proud of. Oh, you're still on auto pick. Is that okay, Logan?
Yeah. Can you go back on Pollard? I had auto
Yeah.
picks turned up from the last time.
The guy who works at RTSports messes up his draft. Good work, Logan.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You take it off? Am I good to start?
Yeah, it's off.
Okay. You don't want Tony Pollard?
Let's see.
Tony Pollard's not the worst pick, though.
No, I'm going to go Devontae Smith, though.
See, I thought about taking him, too. I've heard a lot of good things in camp about him, but I just kind of wanted the number one dog on my roster.
What more is there to know about Devonta Smith, though?
I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he gets overlooked at times with A.J. Brown there. And
he's always going to have another alpha in front of him.
That's true. All right, we got
this
Zay
running back
Flowers.
was ugly after Henderson and Harvey went.
Evan Ingram.
I like that pick.
I like Evan Ingram a lot this year as well. I think he's going to have a big season there in Denver. You know, they don't really have a great option outside of Cortland Sutton. I don't trust them.
They got Marvin Jones and not Marvin Jones, Marvin Mims.
They drafted
Dalton Taylor.
Yeah. All right, Mark took Rome Odunze. I'm going to bring him up now onto the stream. So, Mark Mullen, appreciate you joining. Appreciate you being part of the league. How you feeling about your team so far?
Gentlemen, how you doing? I should probably turn a little bit light on in here. Sorry about that.
There you go. We can see him.
I'm liking it so far, man. Thank you for inviting me on here. You did mention earlier we are streaming some of your Fantasy Life Championships. That is GON Podcast on YouTube. Just a quick plug. Every Tuesday at 7, man. We're having a lot of fun, and they're filling up pretty quickly on Tuesdays too. So I'm loving it. We're getting a lot of interaction, a lot of good feedback on the Discord channels, and as we all know, Discord is a jungle. It's a very unforgiving chat server. So I feel like we're getting pretty good feedback there. So I'm loving what we're doing, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you guys do a good job. I highly encourage you to check it out for sure. They do a good job on there, good production. So it's a lot of fun as well. So you got Devin Achane, Josh Jacobs, Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, Rome Odunze. So your thought process going into a draft like that, just going into a draft like this, where you're familiar with a lot of the owners, quite frankly, and do you have a set strategy when you're coming into a draft like this, or you just kind of just winging it because you've been in some other ones? How do you approach it?
I definitely have a strategy when it comes to picking later for these drafts, just because running back this year, it feels like there is a cliff right around, RB10. There's like a definitive cliff. So at the back end of the draft, if I see that the first 5 or 6 backs go, I know that I got to get on at least 2 backs, because I truly think that wide receiver is deep this year. And proven by, coming back on my 3rd round pick, getting Marvin Harrison there, I think he's going to be an absolute target monster. Devontae Adams, I went a little off script there, but the more I'm reading about his chemistry with Stafford, I love the Devontae Adams pick. Hoping that Taylor doesn't have her hooks too far into Travis, that Travis can return to Travis from a couple of years ago, not be quite as distracted. And then I'm sorry that I have to bring this up, but I think you fumbled on that DJ Moore pick, man. Rome Odunze is the guy.
I know I am hearing a lot of good stuff about Odunze in camp so far. I agree, but I'm a believer a little bit.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. DJ is a fantastic, fantastic talent. I love his work ethic. He tends to get a little frustrated, but I think it's because of his passion game. Like he's one of those guys that definitely knows that they should be doing better than they are. But the chemistry last year between the rookies, you could tell that Caleb was looking for Odunze in big situations. And I think now, year 2, fast forward, they challenged Caleb with that playbook last year. That's the reason why he took 60-plus sacks. He was working through his progression, something that they're not used to in Chicago. Trubisky didn't do it. Justin Fields didn't do it. He would work through his progression, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, tight end, and he took a lot of sacks because of it. They shore up the offensive line. They bring in some playmakers at tight end. You know, I think this is – I mean, I'm partial, obviously, as I pointed out, but I think this is a potent offense.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely have the pieces to be pretty good this year. So, Mark, you already kind of touched on it a little bit, but I kind of wanted to get your thoughts overall, too, just about drafts this year, maybe compared to last year. What else are you seeing that kind of stands out to you at all with the drafts you've done? You mentioned that you've done a lot of those Fantasy Life live streams, so you've been in a lot of those drafts. So anything else standing out to you so far that you're seeing in early drafts?
A couple things that I do notice is once that I think everyone's just slightly tentative to get that first tight end off the board. Brock Bowers is not exactly sure where to draft him in the second round. Then once they do, I feel like everybody kind of gets antsy to then go Trey McBride, George Kittle, Laporta. Laporta is screaming up the boards now. Laporta, you could get Laporta round 8, round 9, round 10 just a month ago. And now look, I mean, now he's, what was this, round 5? You know, and even Kelsey, and I'm a culprit of that. I think Mahomes, I think his outlet is Kelsey. So I think once that Bowers goes, I think everybody gets antsy to get those next 5 good tight ends off the board.
So my pick's up right now, and I'm debating on what to do here because I'm quite kind of surprised this guy's here, and I normally don't go this early, but oh man, I'm still not going to do it.
Who is it? You have to tell us who it is now.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. Take Baker Mayfield. I just, normally he goes in that Mahomes range. And they have so many weapons there, and I still don't think, even though they have a new offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen's gone, I still think they're going to be so pass heavy. And I like to get the running QB normally, but I can't pass up Baker Mayfield there. I think that's the first shares of him I have in any league at this point.
Baker's still mobile, though. It's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, he still moves a little bit. Not quite like some of the other options out there.
The other thing that I think, too, this year is quarterback. I'm okay with the quarterbacks from like the 8 to like 13, 14 range. If you want to load up on running back and wide receiver, I don't think I'm giving away any top secrets here.
I agree.
I think a lot of guys feel that way.
Yeah.
The quarter. I think that mid-range quarterback is going to be interchangeable.
And it's funny, we always run the numbers and try to look at this, but it was like no difference between getting using an early round pick to get one of the elite guys last year, or using more of a mid-round pick to get some of the other options. I think it's going to end up playing the same way this year. You could win either way, and the chances were very similar across the board. So I think it could end up playing out that way as well this year. I'm kind of anxious to see the tight end numbers, what happens there, how many people are going to win their leagues who took Brock Bowers or Trey McBride with early picks. Mark's up right now with his pick.
I didn't even realize it. Here we go. Let's see.
We'll let you make your pick, and then we'll get you out of here because I have several other people. Oh, shoot, I just accidentally moved him. Let me bring him back up. Sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to do that. There you go. You're back.
I hate to do this, but I got 2 wide receivers on bye week 8, so I think I got to cover myself. And everything that I hear in camp says that this gentleman is returning to glory, and he's Drake May's number 1.
Here we go. Stefon Diggs. Hopefully he stays out of trouble with those on that boat.
Let's hope so. Let's hope that pig substance isn't what we're all thinking it might have been.
Again, Mark, tell everybody before I let you go how they can watch your stuff and see some of these fantasy live streams as well. Let everybody know before I move on from you there.
Absolutely. Thank you for the plug again. So you can check us out on YouTube. Head over to our channel. We are Guys on Network. We have 2 shows, Guys on Sports, Guys on Draft currently. We are every Tuesday at 7 o'clock live streaming the Fantasy Life Championship here with RT Sports. Head on over. RT Sports has afforded the luxury of matching 50% deposit bonus on first-time depositors up to $200. We are also giving away throughout that the 8-week course of drafting those teams through our network. We will also be gifting a jersey to one of our top viewers during that time as well.
Awesome.
So please head on over.
All right, Mark, thanks so much for joining. Your pick's up now, so I will let you go. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Gentlemen, thank you.
All right, let's bring up another one of our drafters here. I'm going to bring up the guy picking dead last, Todd Yoast. So he's on the corner here, and we'll bring him up. Todd, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's good to have you on again. I've interviewed you in the past as well. This is always a fun league. It's always fun to see some of our users as well. So it's good talking with you. You're picking on the corner, like I said. So you're picking dead last. You got Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, James Cook, Joe Burrow, Zay Flowers, Evan Ingram, Cam Scatterbo, Jawan Jennings. So take me through your draft a little bit right now. You happy with the way it's played out? I mean, when you're picking on the corner, it's kind of tough to come up with a, set strategy there because you don't know what's going to be left. Because you're so many picks between picks. So are you happy with the way things have gone for you so far?
I mean, I'm happy, in this, like you guys have been saying, in this room, you're not going to get everything you want. I was kind of hoping AJ would fall to me in the first, but didn't happen. So I took Derrick Henry. But yeah, I'm happy with everything so far. I apologize to Henry for blowing up his Bengals strategy.
Yeah.
I got to get one of those. I got to get one of those top 4 quarterbacks. Even I've been trying to get one of the top 5, but I kind of kicked Hurts out of that group, and I want one of the top 4. So I knew I was never going to get. And then Jaden Daniels went right behind me with Logan, so had to do it. But
yeah, if you want to get like we kind of mentioned with Henry's pick when he took Alvin Kamara, might have went a little earlier than he would have liked for him. But when you're picking on the ends like that, you just don't know what's going to be left when you pick again, and sometimes you got to start runs on your own. So I always tell people ADP is not a ranking. ADP is a guide. It helps you know where people are going. It's not a ranking system.
Yeah,
so just some words of wisdom there.
Take the guys no matter where you're at. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get your guys. My pick's up right now, but I want to ask you about Cam Scatterbo. He was your 7th round pick. What are you thinking about him for this year?
I like him a lot. I mean, he's looked really good in camp. Like the highlights and stuff that I've seen, stuff I've read. I don't think he's gonna obviously be like the bell cow right off the bat. Tracy's going to get his, and I think they'll share initially, but it's one of those things where health is always the key to everybody, and you know what I mean. If Tracy gets hurt and he does become the bell cow, I mean, he could be a league winner by himself. I think I love him from college last year, and I think he's going to be good goal line work at least, and probably some passing down stuff, but. It's probably 50-50 to start, maybe, or 60-40, and I think he works his way up into probably 70-30 by the end of the year for him. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Let me make my pick here. This is a tough spot here. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to take Tank Bigsby, take a chance on him. He's getting some of the early work there. Running back's getting thin, so I'm going to go ahead and take a chance on him. I don't trust that Jacksonville backfield much at all, but in round 8, why not?
Yeah, I agree. It's tough. 3 guys, flip a coin. Could be any one of them.
Exactly. So Evan Ingram as well. I've talked about him in the past. What's your expectations for him this year? I'm intrigued by him just because I like his target share capabilities in that offense. You think he's going to, get back to the form from a couple years ago when he had 101 catches, I think.
I mean, I think it's a definite possibility. I'm not sure he's going to have 101 catches, but I know Sean Payton will get him the ball for sure. And like you said earlier, I mean, outside of Sutton, I don't love their receiving options in like short intermediate area. I mean, even Sutton is more deep guy and whatever. He can do whatever, but Mims isn't going to be running short intermediate routes. He's the fly guy. So, I mean, I like his chances. Again, stay healthy and score a few touchdowns. That's always been his problem down in the red zone. But, I mean, I trust Sean Payton's offensive brain to unlock him. So we'll see.
I kind of asked Mark the same question, Todd, but I wanted to get your thoughts on early drafts. Is anything sticking out to you at all with what you're seeing? Anything surprising? Any trends? Anything at all that,
I,
kind of want to mention?
Early, when you draft early, I know Pete won last year drafting a pretty early team. And, when you draft, especially like the fantasy championship team that he drafting early, I think you get better value now that the guys are in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting hardcore on it, the value is not there anymore. And I like a lot of the teams a lot better that I was drafting a month and a half ago than the ones I'm drafting now, just because, just like in this draft, you're not going to get any kind of value anywhere. Everybody knows who the other guy's going to draft. And you got guys in there that are, high volume drafters that, just aren't going to let guys slide like they do early on.
Yeah, for sure. My pick's up now. Man, we have two teams already have two tight ends, kind of throwing things off for me a little bit there. I was kind of thinking I could get one of the guys I wanted, and they both went. But I'm going to go ahead and take a tight end just because I'm worried about what's going to be left when I pick again. A couple guys I like, but I like Jake Ferguson a lot. I hate to do it because I already have CeeDee Lamb, but I think he's going to rack up the targets and have a nice bounce back season. So I'm going to go with him. Todd, what? I know you've won a big championship, have you not?
I won the postseason shootout a couple years ago.
Okay, that's it.
Almost won it last year too.
Yeah. So Todd's a great owner on our side. I always enjoy talking with you, and I appreciate you coming on for a few minutes with us here today. And good luck in all your leagues this year. Again, thanks so much, Todd. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're moving along quick. It's tough to keep track of all this stuff going on. You guys want to recap maybe a couple of your last few picks? Anything, any tough decisions for you guys? Logan, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Jordan Mason pick is a good pick at 9.8. Apparently, he's going to be sharing
split and carries,
with Aaron Jones running back one duties. I am actually hoping I get a rookie tight end coming up here at 9-11, unless it goes
I almost took that one with my last one, but I won with the other one.
Taking a rookie tight end as my starting tight end is definitely scary because I feel like
last 2 years, rookie tight ends have led fantasy in scoring. So never. I almost took Colston Loveland with my pick, and then I was thinking that I could get either Andrews or Loveland when I picked again, but that didn't happen. I'm kind of surprised. I'll have to ask because Fozzie's in the chat. We're going to bring him up in a minute as well, but he took two tight ends already, and then Judd took two tight ends as well, and then you have Ralph doesn't have a tight end yet. Chi-Chen Yang doesn't have a tight end yet, and Logan, you do not have a tight end yet.
I know. I'm hoping for my tight end right here.
So what is that, 3? There you go. Yeah, 3 people without a tight end. Interesting. Henry, what about your picks? You took Matthew Golden. You excited about him?
I took a lot. I've taken 3 rookies so far.
You have.
And I was trying to think of it last year. You also got to think about this. And last year we had all these rookies that came out and had these good years. Matthew Golden, I think, is going to be the alpha in Green Bay immediately. I think he's so much more talented than every other option they have there. I've seen some deep ball clips already of him and Love in camp. Loveland was more of someone that I don't have yet in any league. I was between him and Andrews. Andrews burned me too much last year for me to take him again. So I went with Loveland. It's giving me a new option. Because last year I loaded up in Bowers in almost every league. I think I had him. So I'm going to go back at the rookie tight end strategy again this year. Hopefully it works out.
So I almost took Tyjae Spears with my pick instead of Tank Bigsby. I thought about pairing the Tennessee backs together in case one of them got hurt. I was really close to doing that, but then I went with Bigsby because I thought maybe he could emerge as the lead back. But am I going to regret that? What do you guys think?
See, when you do like that, it's all you kind of
you're banking on an injury.
Either one emerges or one has a little bit of an injury. That way, the other can kind of have the full control of the backfield.
For sure. Yeah, you got Zach Charbonnet. That's kind of the
I think he's one of the best backup running backs. I mean, we saw last year when Walker was down. I mean,
he's one of the few guys. Yeah, we've talked about you can just plug in a backup, a handcuff that he's going to come in and produce big numbers. I don't think you have to handcuff all your running backs, but Charbonnet is definitely one. There's another guy that hasn't been drafted is the other one in my opinion, and then there's kind of a drop off. So Interesting. So Todd there at the end, he just took a second QB already. He has Burrow and Murray. Interesting. We have Henry, you don't have a QB yet. So the first three teams don't have a QB yet. Interesting.
I saw they all passed, and I was kind of like, I'm kind of fine with like all the guys that were left. So I thought I'd take who I like more.
Yeah.
Position category.
I think I'm going to bring up our man Fozzie here and talk to him about his draft. I know his pick's coming up a little bit. The other guy I was talking about just got picked, Isaac Garendo. So I think him and Charbonnet are the clear handcuffs I trust that could plug in and be like RB1. So I like those guys at this stage. All right, let's bring up our guy Fozzie. Fozzie, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate you being part of the league this year. Good to see you as always, my friend.
How we doing, guys? It's good to see all you guys.
Yeah, good to see you. You got the second pick. You happy picking in that spot, Fozzie? I know you've done plenty of drafts this year, but is that a spot you feel good about picking in?
Yeah, second spot's fine with me. I don't mind taking Robinson there at all. It would have been Chase like Henry took if I didn't take him probably. If I was in the third spot, that's where it's going to change to whether, Gibbs, Barkley, Lamb, all those guys are possible third-round picks for me.
Yeah.
Or not third round, or third spot pick. So I like what Paul did with Gibbs, but, any of those next 3 or 4 guys are pretty much take your poison, whatever you really want.
Yeah, I'll let you pick here. Your pick's up right now. I'll recap your roster for everybody. You took Bijan Robinson with your first pick, then Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton, Jadon Blue, TJ Hawkinson, Javonte Williams, Cooper Kupp. So Fozzie got Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, and Jadon Blue. Those are 3 of my targets I like a lot this year. Now you just go Justin Fields. So you just screwed Henry up apparently. But so
sorry.
Give me your thoughts.
I was between these two, and I'll just take the other one that I was looking at.
Give me your thoughts on Justin Fields, Fozzie. What are you expecting?
I expect a better year than he's had at any of the places yet. I think he's had time to grow. If he can stay healthy, we just know that he had the report about, dislocation. Stay healthy. I think he'll have a good year. I mainly took him because I could pair him with Garrett Wilson there. I may or may not have picked him hadn't I had Wilson on the team, but I wanted to pair one of my good receivers up with somebody, and Bo Nix had already gone, so can't pair him up with Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
So It was a nice spot to get him. And knowing Henry there didn't have a quarterback coming off the round, I was willing to bet he was eyeing a couple of those guys.
Yeah, for sure. And he just goes Josh Downs here with his other pick. Now Fozzie's up again. Henry, what's your thoughts with Josh Downs? What was your thought process there with that pick?
I was debating between 2 Indy wide receivers, and I don't know. I kind of just like Downs more. I feel like he's bound for more success, in my opinion, than Pittman. I don't know. I kind of just that's a toss up, in my opinion. I just think Downs is a better upside.
Back injuries don't tend to go away, but you kind of like the price tag for Pittman. So Fozzie, I like your strategy here. So you go Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. So these 2 guys are kind of fighting it out for a chance to start there. And you got all 3 of them. So you have all 3 Dallas backs on your roster. Interesting. Have you done that yet? Is this a new strategy for you?
They just happen to be there. We'll let them figure it out. One of those senior backs will definitely start it off. Does Blue ever get involved? I think he's their best running back, but the coach got to think that too. He's had the reports that he was lazy. Then within 1 week, he's turned a lot of their heads, but he still got to get on the field. He still got to look good during preseason. But I figured with some of these guys in here, they might wanted him first, but the guys that are going to start is probably Javonte or Miles Sanders. I'll have to wait on Blue. I just wanted to get him on the roster and figure something out down the road, and it happened to. So now I put all 3 of them together. Now I can worry about something else. I figure Robinson's going to carry his own, hopefully, if he's healthy. So just leave him there. And if I can put anybody else later, that'd be good. These are a little shorter rosters than in the FLC, so we don't have the full, you only got the extra spot to go in.
Exactly. It's funny to me, like, I just can't buy Miles Sanders having a rebound. I don't know. I just watched him in the last couple of seasons, and The reports are good, though. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but can you guys see him at all bouncing back? I just don't know if I see it.
No.
I really can't. I probably should have waited and took a receiver right there and had let Miles Sanders come back. And if he didn't, he didn't. But I just felt better just making sure that I got the right back in there. But that's a lot of picks to be taken on one team, and it opens up your team to not have a lot of other directions to go, because two of those guys are going to be sitting on the bench the whole time now, unless later in the year I decide to drop one.
So, Fozzie, you waited and got a QB in round 10. Has this been your strategy a lot, or do you mix it up? Do you sometimes go QB early? What's your thoughts on that position?
In this type of league, the guys that got the top 4 or 5 running back or quarterbacks are probably sitting in a little better spot. Mm-hmm. I like Phil this far down. Like I said, I compare him with Wilson, and he has the dual threat aspect, and I think Wilson will command a lot of the shares. So it's nice to have him. I'm surprised Bowers came that far down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
that is farther than normal.
With Hawkinson, I could have probably went receiver or somebody else, but just feels good that Hawkinson can be flexed if need be. So now I got 2 great tight ends. Even if one has a problem for a week or two, I can always put the other one in, hopefully, or flex him. But then Cup can be a flex. So there's room to do with that roster.
If I'm not mistaken, you've never been afraid to take 2 tight ends fairly early, have you? You don't mind going that route?
No, I don't mind doing a lot of different stuff than people do. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you get held out trying something different. But when you're doing tournament drafting or something, you want to make sure you're not doing the exact same thing every single time. And something like this is just a little bit different. Like I said, different. I like to do double flex.
Mm-hmm. Anything? Yeah.
So the guys are going a little bit different spots during this is what I'm saying because of that. The value of different players need to get into different positions. So in this type of one, I think a tight end is very important in a single flex.
So Fozzie, only one rookie on your lineup.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Just changing it up for the guys that are watching. They expect me to do a bunch of rookies tonight.
I've got 4. I'm going to scoop them all up.
You and Henry are picking up the slack.
There's no issue. It's just a lot of them aren't always the right rookies. The problem with grabbing a bunch of rookies.
It's true. Fozzie, I've kind of asked the other people, so I'll ask you as well. What's your thoughts on early drafts? Is any certain aspect of drafts standing out to you, compared to the last few years? Is any trends or anything surprising you at all?
Well, it's always been lately. And now it's changed up a little bit where, RT's always been a little bit of a running back heavy site, but YDR is in a PPR league. You want the person that is out on the field catching the most passes. So a nice little mixture. The rhythms go up and down from the beginning of the year to now. Sorry, I'm actually doing an FLC right now at the same time as we're doing this. And I'm on the clock. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm actually on the turn, so it's a double pick at that.
Man, this guy's multitasking to a new level.
If you want to go for 3 drafts in a row, there's another one with 3 spots open.
Don't tempt him. I'm up in another. We got the kicker off the board here.
Good pick over there.
My pick's up right now. I actually was contemplating taking Aubrey early just because of the article I just wrote. So I wanted to, see if that strategy pays off. But now I got to pivot. I think I'm going to take a backup tight end. And I like, I'm going
to look who's there. I'm going to try to guess who you're picking.
I'm taking too many people from bad teams on my roster. That's my first problem. I'm really thinking about taking this guy too.
Pull the trigger. Just do it.
Just do it. He's probably going to be there when I pick again. I'm going to wait.
I'm just going to snipe him now.
I'm taking this guy because I like him, and I already got a bear. And if somebody gets hurt, I'll take Luther Burden. Henry.
Oh,
Henry's going to Mizzou next year. He's a big Burden guy, so I just
Burden like he could be something good, especially in the future. He has a praise going about him so far in camps.
Mhm.
I like him more in a best ball format just because I'm worried about, the
Targets
shares.
here.
Yeah.
He got a couple people in front of him, I mean, he needs the right opportunity or something to happen, but he's not a bad guy to snag later and hope something for him.
Yep. Fozzie, I'm going to let you make your next pick here, and then we'll get your thoughts on it, and then we're going to let you go, my friend. We appreciate you joining, and you can concentrate on all your drafts there. So right now, Fozzie has.
I'm just going to go and get one of the better defenses in this one.
Oh, there you go.
And then let the rest sort out. So I'm going to grab Denver right now and be happy with that.
Took a defense. All right, Fozzie. I appreciate you coming on as always. Always great talking with you. Appreciate everything you do for the site and your loyal support. So thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Good seeing you guys, Henry, Logan. You guys take it easy.
You too, Fozzie.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, Fozzie Dog. He's great. He's one of the best owners on the site here. All these owners in here, quite frankly, are great guys that I've gotten to know through the years. And that's why I like this, quite frankly, Logan. We get to know these guys and it's kind of fun and we converse with them, even when it's not associated with a draft. So it's always good getting to know it. It's a community. It really
if you're
is.
ever coming through St. Louis, let us know because Fozzie's come through St. Louis a couple times.
Seriously, Fozzie's met up with us. He's met up with Chris before, right? And
yeah, we got some barbecue together.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, anytime you guys are coming through St. Louis, let us know, and lunch is on us.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Henry, you just took CJ Stroud. See, I like that. You waited on QB, and then you got two guys there. I mean, I think you could end up making some tough decisions on a weekly basis, but I like what you did there.
I went 2 Texans right there, and if you noticed that, I took Chubb and Stroud.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have Colts and Titans. I wish my players were on better teams. My whole strategy was just thrown off. Like I just get thrown off with the Baker Mayfield thing. Just threw everything off for me. I wanted to get Dak Prescott to pair with CeeDee Lamb. That was my whole thought process. Wait on a QB, and then Baker Mayfield sitting there. And, hey, now my pick's up again.
I thought about taking Bryce Young. If the Panthers succeed, I'll have McMillan and Young, but I think Stroud. I think that offense will be a lot better this year.
Yeah.
So
I might just try to diversify myself a little bit here. Tight end. I think he's gonna have a bounce back season. I'm gonna go Chigakonkwu. Another Titan on my team. I have 3 Titans. No draft ever have I had 3 Titans. We got to do our giveaway because we're going to do our first one here. Again, you got a minute here. If you were new and you were just joining the chat, put a comment in the chat. Any comment, hi, bye, Jeff, your team's amazing. Anything you want, put it in the chat. I'm going to do a giveaway, and someone's going to win a free BBC entry. All right?
Can I enter?
Everybody right? No, you can't enter. You can't play in the BBC. Neither can Logan. I took tight ends with the same bye week. Is this what I've really done? Someone pointed out.
This is terrible. You're just messing up everything.
Oh my God, I did. It's round 10 though. Boy, my 10th. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on a bye in week 10. Great work. All right, I'm going to do the giveaway. You guys ready?
Ready.
I hope it's not somebody. I've never done this, by the way. So this is new. StreamYard has this. Okay, we're going to draw it.
Wow.
George Shaw won.
Oh my God.
Here I can do the.
This is gonna be fun.
Here I can share the tab. You guys can see it. There you go. George Shaw.
I'm gonna start blowing up my phone.
All right. Congratulations, George. We may do one more drawing before we get out of here. This draft is flying by the way. It's been a lot of fun, as I've mentioned. Logan, you took Arroyo. I thought about taking him too. I kind of wish I would have. at this point over a
He's a fun
Conklin.
guy to target, especially in these later rounds. I feel like there's so much upside with him.
I agree, because also Cooper Kupp, you got him. He's hurt all the time. And who else do they have there to catch
They just
passes?
dropped Noah Fant. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
tight end, rookie tight end who's could get a decent amount of volume.
I'm going to bring up another one of our drafters who's in here. He's been in here a while. I appreciate his patience. But Pete Valiotis, who I've mentioned, is the winner of last year's TFC. So he is here, and I'm going to bring up Pete. He's always fun to talk to. Pete, thanks so much for coming on the stream with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Gentlemen, thanks for having me.
Hey, Pete.
Henry Logan, how are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I can't complain.
So, Pete, you're in this league. I don't know. Have you been in this before? I can't remember if you have.
No. This is the first time I've been in it. So
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm getting sniped left and right, sitting between you and Ralph. It's not the most fun time, I'll tell you, Jeff.
That's what I was
know
going
what you're doing to me here.
Just give me your initial thoughts on this draft in this room. Anything you want to mention about what's happened in the draft or your team?
Well,
anything?
I think what Todd and Fozzie said, I mean, it's hard. It's really, really hard to get value. And everybody said it. Logan and Henry said it as well. The players are going where they're supposed to be going. I mean, there's certain picks, that I kind of made here that I wasn't necessarily thrilled about.
Mm-hmm.
In the third round, you sniped Breece Hall for me. And then I think it was you. It was either you or Ralph sniped Warren for me. So it's a really, really tough draft.
Yeah.
I went Laporta a little bit earlier than I normally do, just because it's a one flex league, and I really like kind of the possibility of a Laporta bounce back this year. If you look at the way he finished the season, he had several 10-point plus games in a row. I think a lot of it is everybody drafted Laporta in the second round last year, and they were disappointed.
Yeah, they got burned
by the auction they got, so he's kind of slipped down the board a little bit. But I kind of see Laporta as a bounce back candidate. And you wonder whether the same thing's going to happen with Bowers. You always have these.
That's true.
Second year tight ends that they kind of move up the board and they become second round picks. And can they meet expectations? It takes a lot of production.
Pete, your pick's up right now, so I will let you pick, and then I'll recap your roster here for everybody. You can see the board, but Pete took Justin Jefferson with the 6th pick. Then he got Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Kenneth Walker, Sam Laporta, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Olave, Brian Robinson, Travis Etienne, Jacoby Myers, Trey Benson, Brandon Aubrey, and J.J. McCarthy. And he just picked a defense with his next pick and the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, quite frankly, you got a lot of the guys I like on your roster. I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. I'm taking a lot of risks on Hill in round 3. What's your thoughts on him there at that point of the draft, Tyreek Hill?
Well, I have a lot of round 3 Hill. I was kind of hoping Wilson would fall to me. He's the guy that I'm tending to draft a lot in the 3rd round right now. Only because who else are the Jets going to throw the ball to? I mean, he's kind of there all by himself. He has a lot of familiarity with Fields. They played in college together. So I would have liked Wilson, and usually he is falling to the middle 3rd round, but now he's moving the way up the board. With Hill, I just think he's an elite player. If this were a dynasty league, I'm not going to draft him in the 3rd round, but I really like the potential of the Hill bounce back this year. If he stays healthy, I think he's going to pay off easily a 3rd round value, probably even higher. I think he's a 1st round talent that had a bad year last year, ran into some injuries. So I think, it's a risk, but I think it's a risk worth taking.
My pick's up right now, and I'm debating on what to do here. I think make sure I don't have the same bye week as the QB I'm going to take here because I already screwed that up. But I'm going to go ahead and take Bryce Young. I'm taking a chance on him. I got a good, solid number 1 in Baker, so I'll go with Bryce Young here. So, Pete, I wanted to ask you about kicker, Brandon Aubrey. So you went with Aubrey in round 12. I just did a story. I don't know if you read it, but it was kind of fascinating. The team that took a kicker first either finished 1st or 2nd it was about 18% of leagues on our site, so about 1/5 of the league. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Normally I don't go early on a kicker, but it's kind of opened my eyes to it a little bit. Do you normally do this?
No.
Aubrey early? No.
I don't normally do this, but I actually think Aubrey's a different animal. He's a different breed. I mean, he can I had him on the TFC team that I won with last year.
Mhm.
And anytime you have the opportunity for weeks where your kicker is getting 20 points because he's knocking down 55, 60-yard field goals, I just think he's not your typical kicker. And at that point in the draft, when you're kind of looking at guys, you took Burden right after me, which I think that was a good pick. And maybe I'm thinking I should have picked him there too. But when you look at the Christian Kirk, Darnell Mooney, Hurt Brandon Ayuk types, I think it was a good time to, maybe take a shot on Aubrey.
So
that being said, it's Aubrey. And then after that, I'm not taking a kicker till very late.
Yeah.
So it's just him.
Of the picks you made, especially some of the later ones, what's your favorite? You got Jacoby Myers, Trey Benson, JJ McCarthy, Travis Etienne. Any picks stand out to you out of that group of guys?
I always like Jacoby Myers. He's consistent. He's in there. I mean, you have Jack Beck there, but he's going to catch balls. He's probably going to be the number one target. So I think he's not a sexy pick for a 10th round pick. I kind of like him there. To be frank, I was going to take Harris there. Harris in the 10th round. Ralph sniped me on that pick. And, Harris might not be a sexy pick, but I think with the Chargers this year, Jim Harbaugh runs the ball so much that I think you're going to see a situation where both Harris and Hampton will eat. I think it's almost kind of similar to I'm up here. So let's make a quick pick.
Yeah, go ahead. Henry, you took Mason Taylor there. That's kind of another guy I was eyeing a little bit there. And you took the Texans defense.
I got 2 rookie tight ends. We'll see how this turns out.
Logan, your recent picks, you got Arroyo, like we mentioned. Then you got Buffalo Bills defense. Ray Davis. So what are you thinking about Ray Davis? You think he could end up emerging a little bit this year?
He's one injury away from having a dominant year. James Cook is still looking for a deal.
It's true.
He's reported to training camp and practicing and everything like that, but he's still looking for a big payday. But when Ray Davis gets 15 plus carries in a game from like injuries from Cook, I mean, he can put up 20 fantasy points from that.
Yeah. Pete, you took a dart throw at Darren Waller. You think he's got anything left? Say he's in good shape.
It remains to be seen. So
yeah,
in the 15th round, if he doesn't have anything left, then we'll just pick up a tight end off the wire. I wanted Ertz there. Quite frankly, I'm kind of shocked, kind of how thin tight end is in this draft. So you get some of these drafts where you're only 16-team roster. Not everybody takes a second tight end. So Waller is a dart throw. We saw what Jonnu Smith did there. He's kind of stepping into that role, so I don't really know what to expect from him other than the fact that he's got opportunity there. Mm-hmm. Sometimes taking a year off can be good especially when you're an old guy, be good for I think we saw Gronkowski do it, kind of take some time off and came back better. So I don't know. I have no idea what to expect from Waller. It's a total dart throw.
I think another guy on your team that, it's a little similar because we haven't seen him, but JJ McCarthy. What are you thinking about him this year? You got Mahomes, so you got a solid number one. I know he didn't produce like we thought he would last year, but I'm expecting big things from Mahomes, quite frankly. But what do you think about McCarthy? You think he can end up being a guy that emerges?
Well, I'm a Michigan guy, so I'm biased. So I spent years watching JJ McCarthy, and I think he's basically God. So you're not talking to the right person. You're not talking to the right person about to fairly evaluate JJ McCarthy. But I think in watching JJ McCarthy over the years, he would always get the criticism of, he throws for 170 yards a game and 2 touchdowns and or maybe 1 touchdown. Nobody considered the fact that he was out in the third quarter in most of those games because Michigan was up so big, and that Michigan just run the ball down everybody's throat. If you look at JJ in big moments, his ability to process, I think he's an elite prospect. It wouldn't surprise me at the end of the day whether he's the second best quarterback of that class. It's hard to say he's going to be better than JJ, than Jaden Daniels at this point, given what we saw from Daniels. But I am very high on JJ McCarthy. And he's got a hose too. He can fire the ball. So he's got Jefferson, Madison, Hawkinson. A lot of weapons for him to be successful.
That's what I was going to mention. My optimism for JJ is Sam Darnold last year. Yeah, Sam Darnold can have success on offense. I definitely think that JJ could come in and do good things because I thought Darnold was washed, quite frankly. So that surprised me last year.
Yeah, it's surprising. But we're going to see in Seattle, right?
Yeah, we'll find out for sure.
You know, it's interesting. If Sam Darnold had if he didn't end the season so poorly in those final 2 games, he might still be a quarterback of the Vikings. You know?
He might. He probably would have got a monster contract from somebody, even Minnesota for sure. Yeah. So Pete, appreciate you coming on as always. Always fun talking with you. Past champion of the TFC from last year, $500,000 he won for that. He's done well a lot of years in all of our contests, but it's always fun talking with you, Pete. Appreciate you coming on, and good luck in the league this year.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. We're in the last round. This is crazy. This has been a super fast draft. It's only an hour and 11 minutes, and we started 5 minutes late. If you guys remember, it's crazy. Holy cow! Logan, you took a chance on Anthony Richardson there.
Yeah, just as a backup quarterback, I feel like he's got a lot of upside if he does.
You got Jaden Daniels, and you got a guy that you feel great about as your number one. I think taking dart throws on guys like that's a good move, in my opinion. Any surprises for either of you guys in this draft?
Howard's falling is definitely something that I was kind of shocked happened. I think he was a lot earlier. I think he used to go end of first. He went end of second.
Yep. I mean, there's just not much. These guys are good drafters, so there's not much that's gonna.
Yeah, you're not going to get a player to drop 2+ rounds from his ADP in this type of draft.
Exactly. Are you guys happy with the way your teams have played out? Logan, you're done. So, are you happy with?
Yeah. Overall, I'm happy. I've got a lot of rookies, so we will see how that plays out. It's either hit or miss on these players, but overall, I think I've got a pretty well-rounded team.
My whole draft, I didn't really get a kicker, I think.
Did you guys draft a full roster? By the way, we're running a waiver before the season. I'm trying to figure out what I should do.
I did. I did just because it's crazy before the season here, and who knows about waivers.
That's true. That's true. I'm going to go ahead and take a defense. I'm going to go ahead and stick with my bye week 10. So I'm going to take another team with a bye week in 10. Took the Cowboys.
There's a player I kind of want to take, but I'm just gonna take my kicker. I thought there was more bench spots than there was. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty thin here. We may do one more giveaway. And if anybody's new to this chat here, go ahead and put something in there, and we will do one more giveaway before we get out of here. Everybody's taking defenses here. Let's just go over our rosters real quick. I'll let you go first, Logan. You got Puka, Brian Thomas, Amarion Hampton, Jaden Daniels, Devonta Smith, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Addison, Tyler Warren, Braylon Allen, Trey Harris, Ray Davis, Arroyo, Bills defense, McLaughlin, and Richardson. So I'll ask this: what's your favorite pick and what's your least favorite pick?
Yeah, for sure. So my favorite pick, I'm going to actually go with Hampton.
Okay.
So he's probably the guy that I'm the highest on this year. I think he's just flying up draft boards recently. My least favorite, I would say, is the running back 2 spot. It's not necessarily Caleb Williams, but I wish I had a more sturdy running back 2 than relying on him.
All right, Henry, you got Jamar Chase, Alvin Kamara, Kyron Williams, Tet McMillan, DeAndre Swift, Jerry Jeudy, Matthew Golden, Colston Loveland, Tajay Spears, Dak Prescott, Josh Downs, Nick Chubb, CJ Stroud, Houston's defense, Mason Taylor, Harrison Butker. So favorite pick, least favorite pick, and are you going to repeat?
The goal is to repeat. We'll start with that. Favorite pick, I'm going to go with Matthew Golden. I just think I'm really so far this year. I've got a good amount of shares of him, so happy I got him in this one. Least favorite, and that's not like a big pick, but I feel like I should have. I didn't know if I should reach on Trey Harris or not, and I didn't. I took Downs. I kind of regret not going Trey Harris now, but it's whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Trey Harris from there.
Yeah, I have a lot of shares of Trey Harris this year, kind of taking a chance on him. I don't mind that. So my team: CeeDee Lamb, Chase Brown, Breece Hall, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, Baker Mayfield, Tank Bigsby, Jake Ferguson, Khalil Shakir, Michael Pittman, Luther Burden, Chigakonkwo, Bryce Young, Cameron Dicker, and Dallas defense. Man, I like some of my later round picks like Shakir. I think that's good value at that point of the draft. I still think he's going to get a ton of targets in that offense. So I might say that's my favorite pick. My least favorite pick might be Tank Bigsby because I think it could end up being wasted. I don't like taking a backfield that has 3 backs in it, but that's where they are in Jacksonville. And it was just getting so thin there, and I thought he might have the most potential to start. So I'll say that's my least favorite pick. So that's our draft. That's the Champs League, guys. Fun stuff. As always, I appreciate you guys coming on and joining the stream today. Appreciate everybody watching out there, everybody commenting. Oh, yeah, let's do one more giveaway as well. We got 9 entries in there. I'm going to do it right now. So this is for a free Best Ball Championship. So I'm going to draw that right now. Oh, actually, I can share it. Oh, no, I hit stop share.
George will be reaching out to you.
All right, here's the winner. It's Victor Swenson. I'm going to share the screen. I don't know who Victor Swenson is. So Victor, if you were still in this chat, well, maybe we'll reach out to you. Logan, do you know that name at all?
I've got it all pulled up.
Okay.
We'll get you hooked up.
So Victor won. So he's going to get a free entry into a BBC. Thanks so much for watching, Victor. Appreciate it.
He's got 2 commission leagues. Yep. Awesome. Sweet.
Even
Victor,
better.
I'll get you all hooked up.
Good work. All right. Thanks again to you guys for coming on. Again, we have so many leagues going on right now. If you want to get in a league, now's the time to do it. It's just they're going off around the clock at this point. Our fantasy championship, chance to win $500,000. Our best ball championship. Logan already mentioned a lot of these are getting closer to capacity at this time of year than they've ever been. So you can sign up. You don't have to draft right away. Just sign up to secure a spot. Highly suggest doing that. So go to rtsports.com and definitely take advantage of that. Thanks to you guys again for coming on. Logan, anything you want to add about anything going on at the site that we want to mention before we get out of here?
Stay tuned. We've got happy hour. That's going to be starting back up.
Oh, yeah.
So August 1st, we will have happy hour come out. So definitely keep an eye on that. There will be an email going out with full details with what all that entails. But we did it last year and had really good positive feedback on that. So definitely keep an eye out on that.
Awesome. Henry, anything you need to add before you get out of here? You happy? Everything good?
Gotta go back to back.
All right. Henry's going to try to go back to back. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming on. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody out there as well for watching. This has been Jeff Paur for RealTime Fantasy Sports. Get in a draft and have some success this year. Good luck, everybody.